I never thought that Myanmar was going to be great. I expected it to be very touristy. Bagan is a world-renowned place that people go and explore, and I thought that I wasn't going to like it very much. I didn't know what the people were going to be like. Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, they see a lot of tourists, and I think they get tired a little bit of how the tourists act. You know, that sometimes tourists can be really not so great. In Myanmar, it was surprising to me how nice the people are. They're amazing. They're so friendly. They smile all the time. They're not tired of tourists. I mean, we make the same dumb mistakes, ask the same silly questions, and I can see in their face, you know, they've heard the questions, they know them, and they're still polite. They're still so kind. Bagan has been amazing. It's the rainy season now, so tourism is very low. There's very few tourists here, which is fantastic for me. I thought I would be troubled by the rain, but actually it's been quite nice. The sun hasn't been so hot, and it's just amazing. I rented you can't rent motorcycles, you have to rent e-bikes. They're like electronic bicycles legally here, so I rented an e-bike, and I just spent the last week exploring the beautiful temples. It's amazing. I love it, and it's such a good feeling. You know, I rented an e-bike for 2,000 kyat, which is like less than $2. So I rent that for a day. I just ride free through these thousands of temples. They say there's 2,000 temples here. And it's really, I mean, it's on the scale of Angkor Wat. I'm not sure why Angkor Wat is so famous. I was really impressed with Prambanan in Indonesia. Not as famous as Angkor Wat. This place is on the same level as Angkor Wat as well. It's absolutely beautiful. And there's thousands. If you just look out, you can see literally thousands of these temples. It's amazing. A lot of them, there's a few like big ones. For example, there's one that starts with a DH. It's the largest. And there's 4 or 5 of these very grand, big ones. There's one with a gold roof, and they're a little touristy. There's vendors everywhere selling you stuff at the entrance of these. And actually, I didn't even bother. I spent a few minutes at them, and I left. I didn't want to. It wasn't really my thing. But if you just drive around on an e-bike and you explore, get lost in Bagan, you'll find some amazing places, like this place. This is actually an interesting place because there's a monastery right over there, and it's pretty modern. They built it recently. It looks very different than the typical architecture here, but there was something about it. There were monks here. They were walking along the top of these things, praying or meditating, and I don't know, there's something about this place that actually felt more spiritual, more real. A lot of the other places, it's a little touristy, but you can definitely, it's very easy to find places that are not so touristy. So I love it. This place is absolutely perfect for me. There's very few tourists. There's a lot of land. It's very free. The people are polite. The people are nice. It's actually becoming one of my favorite countries. And I've only been to Rangoon and Bagan so far. So I have very high hopes for this place. I think it looks great. And it's beautiful. And the people are nice. And wow. It was a little tricky getting back on the road. I took a short stop in Hong Kong. And it was so good to see my Hong Kong friends. I haven't seen them in a long time. And it was just good to be back in Hong Kong. I really enjoyed it. I mean, Japan is my home forever. I always prefer Japan. I always love Japan more than any other place, but if I have a second home, it's Hong Kong, and I missed the people there a lot. The Hong Kong people are really, really nice. So it was hard to leave Hong Kong, but I had to continue on this journey and finish up. Right now I'm working on Bhutan, trying to figure out how to get to Bhutan. It's very expensive, and it's just tricky figuring out how to do it and when to do it. And the biggest thing is the monsoon season. Today is the first day that it hasn't rained. I don't mind rain. It's just really hard to film in the rain. So I think I'm going to go to Bhutan. And then you know what? I miss staying in one place for so long. Normally I'll spend 3, maybe 4 weeks in a country and I go to the next country, but I want to stay longer than that. So I'm thinking after Bangladesh, then Bhutan, I might stay in Nepal for a while. I don't know what I want to do, but I just need to stop traveling for a little while. But it'll always be in the back of my head that I have to go somewhere after this. I think maybe people can't understand that feeling. People always say they want to just quit their job, travel the world, but it's so clear to me that the grass is always greener on the other side. I'm very lucky to do what I do. I'm very lucky to have been the places I've been, but at the same time, I see the benefit of people who can stay in one place for so long. I miss some things about that. I want to have relationships with people. I want to have a long relationship with someone. I meet people for 5 minutes and then I never see them again, or 1 day or 2 days and then I never see them again. I want to get a dog. I want to pet and play with a dog so much. I want to buy a motorcycle. I want to take music lessons. I want to learn how to play the harmonica or the guitar, or learn another language, like really in depth. Take dance classes, something like that. Learn a new martial art. It's been a long time since I learned an actual new martial art. It's something that I really want to do. There's many things. I want a kitchen, but I'm also very blessed. I mean, I've seen so many countries in the last few months. It's really amazing, and I have good memories from all of them. So I'm not taking that for granted, but I think that maybe I'll slow down a little bit in Nepal, take a few months at least there, and I don't know what I'll do though. I'll try to figure that out. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy these temples. Say hello to my little friend. What's your name? I don't know his name. Oh! It's scary though. He's got energy. Hey! Okay, I have to get back to filming. I'm in Bagan. Yeah. Myanmar. And my friend is keeping me from filming. It's kind of rainy today. Let's film!